is no place like home. He's been so dominant here, and as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1. Skubal with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. The shortstop takes the ball.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
3-1.
And there's a foul ball. The Tigers could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Oh, he gloves it. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. At the bottom of the lineup, a guy trying to turn things around. Alejandro Kirk.
Well, you see the batting average there, not pretty, and the on-base percentage has followed. It's a bit uglier, under 300. When that's the way it's going, I got to imagine it's tough for his manager to pencil him into the lineup. But he's also one of those guys that you need. You know that he's one swing away from breaking out. Sometimes you just got to grind your way out of these slumps. So I'm just hoping we see something positive out of him in this one.
One out, base is empty. Fouled off left side. Way outside, and it's 2-1. Check swing, called strike.
2-2.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more to the plate than it was supposed to.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Makes the catch, inning over. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Back at Comerica Park. And on the mound in this one, Bowden Francis. What do you look for here?
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Late swing fouled off. Pulls that one foul. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Here's Riley Green. In the air, out towards right center. Varsho corrals it. That's out number 2. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
And a foul ball. Next pitch,
1-2.
not close, up high. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now and even in the postseason. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. Tigers come up empty in the first. Through an inning at Comerica, no score. Back here in Detroit, top of the second. Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Check swing and he went. And the count is 0-2.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
And the batter is George Springer.
Absolutely tearing up the base paths lately. 15 swipes already this month.
And first offering is fouled off. Springer working through some struggles lately. No score here in the second. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Dalton Varsho in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. 2 out, space is empty. And there's the strike. Outside low, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the second.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Bottom half of inning number 2, leading off Spencer Torkelson.
He's definitely a talented player. He can hit the ball a mile, and they're just hoping for him to have some more consistency so he can establish that next level here in the big leagues.
And that's outside. Torkelson was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement.
What a special moment for him, man. Getting that All-Star appearance is just awesome. A lot of good players who had really nice careers but never played in the All-Star game, so he should appreciate this.
Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
At the plate, Colt Keith.
That's the ball.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swings through that one for strike one. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like the pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Jose Aguila.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Jose Aguila. He's been a great free agent sign. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Up the middle. Jimenez throw to first. And the Tigers retired 1-2-3. Tigers are shut down there. We'll move to the third with no score. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Davis Schneider.
Skubal back to work. There's the strike at the knees.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Batting average this month over 400.
First pitch swinging.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Top of the third, no score. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Kirk, a former All-Star, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Swing and a miss as he was late.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And that one is in the dirt. 1-2 the count. And they'll do it again. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays go down in order. Still no score. As we go to the last of the third. Now here is Javier Baez. That one hit to right. Springer makes the grab, one down.
Batting 8, the right fielder,
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. And that one clips the corner.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Swing and a miss.
0-2. Ball. 1-2.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
So digging in, Parker Meadows. Pitch misses. Ball one.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
The 1-0. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering upstairs. Up and in, ball four.
Take your base.
And that's their first base runner of the game.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So the lineup flips over. Here comes Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. And the first offering is not close.
The 2-out walk. Got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let him steal if he's going to. Try to create the swing and miss and get out of this jam.
Varsho settles under it and makes the catch. That is the inning. One left for Detroit, and we're still knotted at 0. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And there's one away. Well, I think that one of the things that we've seen is that neutralizing the running game is as much to do with going with the slide step that a good majority of the pitchers have, and nobody wants to give a free ball to the hitter. On the ground, right side, collected by Torres, throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Check swing, makes contact, but that's foul. The Blue Jays hitless so far in the game. Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch is outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Draws the walk there. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that one sliced foul. Just off the inside corner. And a count 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. They take the force out, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Blue Jays held in check, and we are still scoreless. Bottom of the 4th, down the number 2 hitter, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Jimenez. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Kyle Dutch.
Now it's going to be Kyle Dutch. Struck out swinging his first time. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. There's a swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That's inside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Torkelson
Nope,
takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1-0.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Outside
That's a
low.
ball.
And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. We played 4. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, George Springer. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
That misses.
2-2.
Yeah, that's ball 2. Swings and misses. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Struck out swinging his first time. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is
swung on, belted. Green on the run. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Varsho, the runner at second with 1 away. Breaking ball misses down and away. And a count 1-2. Man at second. Got him swinging.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And now Ernie Clement. Man on second, 2 down. Misses outside and 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. In plenty of time to first, 3rd out. Another inning in the books, but not before they put a hit on the board and erase the no-no. And we still have no score. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Colt Keith.
The first baseman, Colt Keith.
There's a strike.
Well, these Tigers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
This one smoked out to left. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Santander gets it back in quickly. Runner holds it second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Great effort out there as he tries to reach and haul this one in, but just can't extend far enough. I think it started with a bad read off the bat, which led to a bad jump, bad angle, and that cost him right there. Extra bases.
And now Jose Aguila fought off foul. Right-hander kicks, deals, and that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Just overmatched on that fastball
Now
right there.
batting,
It wasn't
the
like he was
shortstop,
set up for it by
Javier.
something off speed earlier in the
Javier.
at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's Javier Baez. And a curve is down and in.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And another ball.
Hee-haw!
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. One out, the runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just one
Now
out
batting,
away from getting
the
out of a
right fielder,
huge jam.
McKinstry.
And next to hit for Detroit, Zach McKinstry. Grounded out his first time up. And that is out of play. And fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
with the
pitcher's
Blue
duel
Jays,
so
the
far.
catcher,
Here's how the starters have
Alejandro
performed up to this point. Skubal back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And there's a ball.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Here's a 1-2. Good eye right there.
Outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
We got a full count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. So when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That's a ball.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And that drops in for a strike. Check swing, and he went. And now 3-2.
Full count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's Andres Gimenez. Gimenez, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. In the dirt, and that's ball one. There's a strike. That misses the zone. 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Popped up. Torres makes the catch, and that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. No score. Back at Comerica Park, digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Parker Meadows. Called strike right there. Activity in the bullpen. Chad Green up and loosening in the pen. Garcia also throwing. Ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now batting, the second
So the batting order turns over. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Fouled off down the right side. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next one just misses. Now 1-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call. He probably should have gotten it. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Green at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. The wind and the pitch. just
that's
missed.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses
That's
outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging. And that puts him just 1K away from 200 on the year. Went right after him with that 2-strike pitch as he continues to roll on the mound.
Yeah, he's not out there trying to nibble at all. He is attacking the strike zone, and I think when your confidence builds as the start goes on, still putting up all zeros on the scoreboard, it gives you a lot of confidence that you can really continue to go after these hitters. And that wasn't the best pitch for the strikeout there, and he'd probably admit that, but he got it by him.
And strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there makes the catch up against the wall.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Springer up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. On the ground to the left. Baez fires over to first. That ends the frame. Back here in Detroit, set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the catcher, Kyle Dutch. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Both 2 in this one. First pitch misses. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Bowden Francis won't go any further, and he was excellent. Really controlled this game on the mound, and we'll have a new arm for you in a minute. Chad Green ready to go.
And this is his 40th appearance of the season. So he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
And here's the first baseman, Colt Keith. Ball one, no strikes. Man at second.
Ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball out to left field. Santander brings it in, and there's 2 away. And here is Jose. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. So here's Baez now.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're at the top of the 8th, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
New pitcher for the Tigers, Tommy Kahnle. He comes on for the 35th. Time this year.
Number 43, Tommy Kahnle.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike
4 balls,
1.
1 strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That's down and in. This one in the air, center field. Meadows should have this one. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 away. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Nathan Lucas.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 ball, no strikes.
This one chopped up the middle. That's the second out. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That's outside.
No, that's outside.
1-0. Just
that missed.
missed.
That's the ball. 2-0. Nope, ball. 3-0.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Alejandro.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That catches the corner. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2. 1-2.
In the dirt, blocked. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
That one
That's
missed.
the ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And that's way high. And it's 3-2.
Count is full.
Bichette in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2
Ball
on
4. Take your base.
and 2 outs. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
Bo Bichette.
Late swing fouled off. Go ahead run at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia.
And he's had a tough go of it against left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Zach McKinstry digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Up the middle. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Now A.J. Hinch making a move for a pinch hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
Big at bat here, so looking for a better matchup with a left-handed bat.
Outside corner for a strike.
Strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one is
1-2.
inside. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him. And that's the first out.
Strike. 2 strikes. 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 2 strikes.
Here is Gleyber Torres. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a strike to Gleyber.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
That's a ball.
And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Runner takes off in the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Riley Green in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. Now 2 out.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base. But job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
Stepping in, Riley Green. And that's outside.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
2 balls, no strikes to count. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Swings through that.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Not even close there. And now 3-1.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And ball 4 to avoid. And now the catcher comes up to him. Kyle Dutch. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Line drive caught. So they strand a pair through 8 full, and we still have no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
Now pitching for the Tigers.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
Number 87, Tyler Colton.
And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1-2 the count.
And a pop-off, right side, foul territory. He's got it. 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. A switch hitter batting right. Holton, 28 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2018. That one's in there, 0-1. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That one just misses.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2.
2-2.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Eric Swanson.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Torkelson up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jeff Hoffman, the closer, is getting loose. Burr getting loose as well. And that's outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one misses. Ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And there's a hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now the first baseman, Colton Keith. 1 for 3. And a base hit on a line. Throw comes in, and the winning run moves up to second with nobody out.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Now the third baseman, Jose Aguila. And a strike in there. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around third. Here comes the throw. And he dives in with a winning run. A walk-off win in the bottom of the ninth.
So you come into the ninth inning, it's a tied ball game. No one really wants to play extras, so everyone's looking at how we can get this game over with in regulation. Well, they got the run they needed, put one up, and they put one in the win column.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
No matter the situation. What? Everybody rich to someone who got nothing, and everybody broke. Whether spirit or funds, Americans tell a lie. The dollar cover the floor, the flow. The flow is covered by God. Told my city, hold on, the weather throwing me off. I'm in the city of lost angles, I'm trying to move forward for long. Everyone ain't raised me, I'm ready to stay at heart. Heavyweight in the industry, want it up. They rewriting it, with every bit of fighting it. Ever since I gave the first pass of Nikes, I've been seeing where the anacondas and where the vikings. When you good money, the industry want to siphon it. Spent 2 years loud being quiet, and Def Jam cold, I'm like, yeah. But like quiet, I'm like quiet in the office. Vendetta ever come on a 5, I'm all the boss. I'ma stick to the mission.